Whatever. This is like all my gouache watercolor stuff, and I feel like I should be bringing more, but I can always come back and collect some things from my parents' place. But I was going through before, and I mean, it's packed up now, but I was taping a box that had just like a ton of like souvenirs from my trips last year, and like I guess art in general. I was like, oh my gosh, like I really enjoy the person I'm becoming and the person I am, and I don't think I've ever had that like full conceived thought. Yeah, I can't show any of those things because they're packed up, but for now I'll be putting hair dye in a plastic bag. I really would love to finally do a blonde moment towards the summer. I know, like, so predictable, but I'm just like nervous, and I know I have a track record of going back to my natural and going darker, but I mean, I see it as like bleaching it, and then if I'm like over it within a week, I could just buzz it a little bit. But I do want like a root, like, so I think that's the tricky part. This is the last day before my move, people. I am feeling so sad, and a lot of those emotions, I feel like I'm not able to see the see the positive of like how great this will be. I know in like a few months it'll be like, oh my god, this is like one of the best decisions I could have made for myself. Well, who knows? I really don't know, and I'm grateful enough I can try that out and see where it all takes me. With my last move to Massachusetts, it was a little bit more safe and comfortable, and yeah, I was able to ground myself in that a little bit more, whereas this, it's definitely a lifestyle change. But tonight, I'm doing like a little send-off dinner for my parents. I'm doing falafel burgers, tarali, which are like these Italian crackers that my mom mentioned like a few days ago that I wanted to try. And kale chip. Finally gonna be opening a bottle of wine I got that I had when I was in Scotland with my cousin last summer. So I found it at like a local place here. Figured save it for a special occasion, and that's what this is. So excited.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh my god, I did it. Gallons of sweat later. I've always wanted my desk to be in front of a window, and well, finally happened. But I'm probably gonna be regretting that because it's gonna be really hot. So I think that's about it. Still need to organize everything, but I feel like the key with standing desks is to make it, you know, around your standing height, and for me that is like 6'3" ish. But doing that and then working backwards so that way I know that the cords can reach, and then just from there using little ties, Velcro ties, whatever you have to organize it. Finally got one of these little guys. Before it was just the arrows, but I need to organize everything else though. Time to hop on Rivals. Just kidding. She made it. Oh my god, nothing fell off. Pandemic baby. These two were like my day ones, basically. Well, my baby fell in the night. And it was like one of those things where you wake up a millisecond before it happens. This is a 3D printed goblin from the video game Tell Me Why, which is made me sob. And it's about twins. Like, I've had to hot glue this so many times. And it's like anytime it falls, oh, they pop off. So it's really tricky. I'm sure there's a better way. I'm just gonna do super glue this time. Like low-key tilt it a little bit. And then we put the butt behind it. Oh my god, hey.
Now I understand.
Hey. I'm gonna write my parents a little letter just to thank them for allowing me to stay home the last 9 months leading up to this move. I don't know, I don't think I could like express how grateful I am for them enough. But I did write like a little note thing to help, because I feel like I've done that in the past before where I'm just like, all right, let me just write, and then it's not concise or coherent or anything. So I feel like writing it out helps, and then I could edit it and just reference it. It doesn't disregard how bad my handwriting is. Nothing.
If it isn't,
It didn't fall.
we need to go back.
The tweezers, it's got the brow spoolie, and
Yippee! Okay, I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat it now. Whoa! Whoa. Pineapple! I think it's time to finally put art up on my walls. This is what we're working with.
So
Like how
for
quick?
one.
Okay, let's see if this works. Got my little command tape. Okay, I feel like that works. Ooh.
Ratchet's cool. What?
For you to get it. Maybe it's just my preconception, but it's like not actually that hard to see some of the stars in the city. Like, sure, yeah, I could probably see more in like the countryside or suburban areas, but it's not as bad as I'm thinking. And also, like, the moon feels so much brighter somehow. Me just becoming more aware of the sky. Like, Oh my god, I forgot I had this like plumping lip balm. I'm seeing Florence tonight, and I'm so excited. Like, I've listened to her since high school, but it's just like I've never locked in enough to get tickets to see her, so it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be life-changing, and I hope that she plays Wish That You Were Here, but I don't think she will. But that's fine, that's fine. I'm so excited. Hey, you guys. I'm in my bed with my buddy. As if I thought I was really tired and exhausted last month, this month, it tested me in new limits. I think I have like a tendency to go on autopilot and be able to stay in that and just keep going and doing like my max capacity. And then I had to like recheck myself multiple times this month and be like, so why am I doing that? All right, I'm gonna open up my little notebook and we'll get right to it. Yeah, so I moved to Brooklyn and I'm like sort of about a month in. Was really nervous. I think I've adjusted okay. I think for like the first week or two, it definitely felt surreal and like a vacation in a sense where I'm like, oh, soaking it all in, and that's all I can do. I think in like the similar vein of being on autopilot and all of that, this past month I'm like just so hard on myself in just like a bunch of different ways, and it's gotten to a point where I'm like, oh, I actually need to like be more aware of that, because it's just so tiresome and draining to be like my biggest critic. Like, okay, boo-hoo, like, shut up. Anyways, I'm just gonna get into my top things of this past month. Hacks, like, got me into a chokehold, I feel like probably end of March, but then just all of April, binging it and catching up for the latest and final season. It's so good and like such a comfort show, and I love it. And also like the soundtrack was in like my top listened to for this month, which I find really funny. I finally got my 2 rolls of film developed that were from the fall. Like right when I moved back home in August, I was like, I don't really feel like paying for developing my film anymore. Yeah, it was just like, let me put a pause on it. Moved here. I want to try out a few different like film developing spots. Maybe also put some pictures right now, but they're from the Italy trip I took with my family last year and some other like scattered moments. It is nice to have that as a creative outlet, and that was missing for like many months. This I started doing earlier this month, but just putting movie release dates in my calendar. That way I can kind of like plan around it, or like if I forgot about the movie. It's just nice because I feel like there's so many movies coming out all the time, and so if I see a trailer, I'll like immediately put it in the calendar, which is kind of funny. I started a new note that's like me just jotting down core memory moments since moving here. One that I already have is like the other week I went to like a Palestine talk, and that ended around like 9ish, and then I saw Mother Mary at 10, and it was just like such a, I don't want to say testament, but like just how fun and interesting a night could be or a day could be. But also with that, Mother Mary, really enjoyed that, and also the soundtrack of it, I'm just like on repeat. It's so funny to have like a song by Anne Hathaway be my favorite song. Like what? The new Noah Khan, which I mean, I knew it was gonna hit, but I didn't know that it would like hit in such a more like expansive way. I don't even know what my current favorite is right now because I just added like 12 of them to my April playlist. A lot of them remind me of his older work, like in Busy Head or Cape Elizabeth. Melodies and also just like, I guess their production in his voice. And I'm so excited to see him this summer. Also, new Gracie Abrams so soon, coming out next month, or this month because you're watching it because I'm slow at editing. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm ready to be so annoying. I didn't really show it, but I got a tattoo cover up. It's been ongoing since like last fall, knowing that I wanted to change the style of it just because what I had previously, it didn't really feel like what I had envisioned for this branch tattoo, and now I'm so happy with it, and yeah, it's crazy. It feels like such art on my body now. Also, I think I'm gonna start shaving my arms because it just like looks and feels nice. That's just a separate thing. That's about it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I can't believe I'm here and this finally happened, and I'm so excited to just like keep existing, exploring, and all of that. So yeah, I hope you guys are treating yourselves kindly, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. Say bye. Come on. The mic was here the whole time. Can you tell? The mic was up his ass the whole time. I don't know. I always forget like if I have other things to talk about, but I think that was mostly it. Like, how many things can I talk about at once? You know? You know what I mean? Yeah.